I just felt like this song is needed because I don't fuck about astrology. Let's get it.
Wishing fuck the zodiac. Wishing fuck astrology. Wonder why an angel gotta teach that. Wonder why an angel gotta teach that. Wishing fuck the zodiac. Wishing fuck astrology. Wonder why an angel gotta teach that. Wonder why an angel gotta teach that.
I wonder why, but then I just realized why. In a real demonic world, humans understand their nature's crazy. Sin you not on you. Can't get back to your sister. Watch the current, it's a feeling. Aries, Taurus, Leo too. Pisces, Sagittarius, Virgo mix. It's the blueprint, Cancer, Gemini's. Libra, you Scorpio, Captain, Gemini's, and Aquarius. Notice I said Gemini twice. Y'all talk a lot, y'all still ain't shit. Don't feel important, cause all signs suck. Sagittarius, always wanna learn about what's up. 0 knowledge, pricing, think they had a book, but still can't swim.
How y'all fish but still can't swim? Ain't that crazy? That's no way. I love all your asses. But just know the spirit more important. Please ride your monkey asses if I want, because we be creators. In the fourth and fifth and sixth dimension, spirits make life out of God. Read your purpose, bitch. I tell my fucking purpose. God gave me put a lot of mission to us, so God gave me now. Check. Wishing fuck the zodiac. Wishing fuck astrology. Alright, yeah. Wonder why an angel gotta teach that. Wonder why an angel gotta teach that. I wonder. Wishing fuck astrology. Wonder why an angel. Wonder why an angel.
I don't know how to feel right now, but put it on my tab. I'm gonna pay that shit right now. I got $1 million. Please, bitch, only fuck around, be delirious. Yeah, it's a freestyle, bitch. I don't really know how to feel, but I know I'm on a blimp. Plane, take trips. Nigga, all I gotta say is fuck that shit. I don't know what to say, but it's a freestyle. This start probably. You know what I'm saying? You get me? How the fuck? How we doing this motherfucker? It's gonna be a quick live stream. It's a little quick live stream, a little quick something right here. You know what I'm saying? A little spiritual talk. You know what I'm saying? How y'all doing this motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? Basically, you know what I'm saying? You know, I had a video. Well, I was breaking down before I went live. I put it as a pre-upload. I was talking about the Leo, Moon Leo. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's about an enter Virgo. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? It's not about astrology right now. It's about spirituality. But I just want to break this shit down real quick. But you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go a little bit more deeper on the pre-upload because it's a quick pre-upload. But it's gonna be quick too. But I just want to, you know what I'm saying, get this shit correlated. But you know what I'm saying? Leo Moon, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like pushing us to be on the edge of our show it off like energies, you know what I'm saying? Creative like energies, you know what I'm saying? And you know, spirituality is all about your creativities and all about your creative like energies, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully y'all in times where y'all like to express your creativities, whether it be whatever you do, music, business, correlating, whatever, y'all expressing your creativities in whatever type of way, you know what I'm saying? And it's all about expanding yourself, you know what I'm saying? Expanding yourself can go a lot of ways, but expanding yourself is more on the basis of trying to spark something that you're currently not in the light about, you know what I'm saying? You spark something that just like create a life for yourself, not really a light, but create a what's that, a stage for yourself. So when you create a stage for yourself, you got your audience, you got the people watching, you got this shit going on, so you got the correlating system, so you got the things going on for yourself. So that's gonna be like the basis of what this Leo Moon is kind of being on the what's kind of pushing us to be more like, you know what I'm saying? But The mind is powerful, y'all. So don't get that fucked up. The mind is powerful. It's a terrible thing to waste too. So, anytime you're using your mind, make sure you never lose your mind. You always use that mind. Don't lose the mind. Because when you use the mind, I'm gonna break down lose mind first. When you lose your mind, it's on the basis of where you're not in control of your mind. You're more of the basis of you're not knowing how to use it. You're not knowing how to correlate with it. You're not knowing how to get this shit, get the ball rolling. You know what I'm saying? Now when you're using your shit, it's kind of the basis of where if you're using your shit, you know what the fuck you're doing. So now when you're using your mind, you're using it like a tool, and you're not getting lost and confused and shit like that. You know what the fuck you're doing, because when it's all about knowing how to use that shit, you know what I'm saying? Now on that shit, use it like a tool. Use it like it's something like in your toolbox. You're picking up certain your screw, your hammer, your nails, or your whatever, and use these things for the building blocks. So, aka use the shit like something that's you're just using like it ain't really a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people want to use like push big deals energies on these things. Like they want to make it seem like it's not making all the way sense when you're using the mind. You know what I'm saying? And the mind is not supposed to be the on the basis of making sense all the time. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when shit happens, it's not always doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just supposed to happen. Sometimes you're supposed to just experience it. You know what I'm saying? When you're in the universe, you let the universe go through you. You let the universe go through you. You're not in the universe. You're not doing nothing. You let the universe go through you. So when you let the universe go through you, you're on the basis of where it's just happening. You know what I'm saying? You're just experiencing. It's all about experiencing and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You always want to make sure you're in the basis of experiencing, because when you're not experiencing, you're not in life. You know what I'm saying? So you want to make sure you're always experiencing in life. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to feel left behind or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because when you feel left behind, then you got to pick up the pieces and restart. And then when you restart, that's kind of a small mini basis of losing your mind, because now you're not using your mind, which you're supposed to be doing in the first hand. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like why you want to be in the basis of where you're always in the opposing side. You're on the starting side. You're on the winner side. You know what I'm saying? The winner side is what you make of it too. So don't get it confused. Don't get it lost. It's always what you make of it. You know what I'm saying? Life is what you make of it. Life is what you make it. So make sure you're always making life. You're not letting life make you. You know what I'm saying? And that's can go for a lot of different ways if you understand what the starting basis of what I'm trying to say. And that's kind of like what you want to be at all the time. You know what I'm saying? All the time you want to be in that kind of starting basis and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you're always on that right of way. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times we get lost in the universe thinking that we should do shit for the like we should understand certain, like sometimes we try to understand shit that don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes shit that don't make sense, like let's say for example, you're going through life, right? And something just doesn't make sense, but it was in a positive light. You know what I'm saying? It's not for you to think of hard, like, man, what the fuck? It's not for you to think of hard and be like, man, what the fuck is going on? Why is this shit? Why is this happening? Like you're blocking your blessings, and you'll never be blessed, but you're blocking your blessings because you're not in the state of where you just letting shit happen. You know what I'm saying? Check me, chill. Uh, but you're not letting shit happen. You're on the basis of where you're blocking your blessings. If you let shit happen, shit just happens. You know what I'm saying? You meant like whether you manifest or whatever, anything, it just happens. Like in my life I've been through so many things where shit just didn't make sense and it happened, but it was in a positive light. So I didn't think too hard of it. I didn't think too little of it. I just seen it as okay. This is God playing out in this certain object, playing out in a certain role in my life where I can see where this can go above and beyond for me. You know what I'm saying? And in my life, it played out as a blessing, but in other and in reality, it's not, because you'll never be blessed. But when you're getting the blessings from God, it's different, because it ain't really a blessing. It's really of since you're lesser right now, since you're lesser at this, because you're in a human body. I'm not human, but you're in a human body. Since you're lesser right now, you're you're taking the lesson right now from God, giving you this lesson, saying like this: look at this child, I'm playing on this object right here. I'm gonna play out where this opposing energy right here, opposing whatever be negative or positive, just take it as is. But when it plays out in your life, see that I'm trying to guide you to a different stance in your life, different protagonists. You want to use protagonists. Protagonist means main character, but different protagonists. When I say protagonist, I'm talking about main theme, main opportunity for your life, where this shit will play out in a different state of being, where different state of being. You know what I'm saying? So when you're being, you just letting shit happen. So don't get confused, don't get lost. It just God when God gives you something, don't think too hard of it, because it's not for you to think too hard of it. God don't like when you think too hard of something. God don't like when you think, oh, it happened because of this and this shit and that. So then okay, so then, nah, it's not for you to think too hard. Just let it happen. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's say you're going through life and something negative happens and you can't find nothing positive about it. You gotta find something positive about it, because it's not for you to think of something negative and think, oh shit, I shouldn't be going through this shit. Oh, this is the worst thing in my life. Oh man, this is so shitty. Nah, find something good about it. It don't matter what it is, even to the most extreme basis, death. It don't matter if something happens in life. Don't see it as negative. Always see something. Always try to look at the positive at it, and the positive in it, and think to yourself, okay, this this happened, but without this happening, I would never went through this situation. So this was actually something good that happened in my life. So I shouldn't think too hard about this. So this is something that I actually enjoy going through. So this is something that you want to be in a state of where you know that you're not feeling like you're getting taken advantage of, or whatever you're going through. Just make sure you're in the basis of where you're in a state of where you're letting shit happen. You're not thinking too hard or too little about it. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Life is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we can think it's this and that, but see, when you're thinking, that's using your mind. And when you use your mind, using your mind for shit like that is not what won't take you far in life. When you're using your mind for thinking too hard, or thinking like this or thinking like that, that's actually how you lose your mind. You know what I'm saying? When my starting point, when I started using your mind and not and losing your mind, when you think too hard, you're basically losing your mind, because because remember, not all thoughts and feelings are yours. So when you're thinking too hard, you're getting thoughts and feelings from other people, from other things, from other spirits, from other shit. So you're not even using your own mind. You're losing your shit. Then when you come back to your mind, you won't even know how to use it, because now you're in a state of where now when you're losing your shit, you don't even know where this shit came from. You're like, oh, what the fuck is this? I remember parking my car right here. I remember going through life and seeing that person right there. I remember this shit. I remember that. Oh, what the fuck? Nah. Oh shit. Oh, I'm losing my mind. Yeah. That's why we say these things. We don't. Our spirits know what we be doing. We say these things for reasons. We didn't. It's not a thing that we just say shit and we don't mean. It's like we really mean. Our spirit knows what we be talking about. So don't think you don't know everything. You know everything. You know what I'm saying? So don't think you don't know what you be talking about when your spirit be saying certain shit. It knows what it knows what it be talking about. So now you know that. Now you learn. Now you know better, and now you can go through life with a better experiences in your life and not get lost and confused and shit like that. But that's on that basis. You know what I'm saying? And it's all about understanding certain algorithms in your life and know how to go through shit smoothly. You know what I'm saying? You don't you when you go through shit smoothly, shit is more on the basis of where you can let bygones be bygones, in a sense of where you understanding certain energies in life can play out this way, and you can just let it play out that way and just let it be and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? I just want to break that shit down. And this is a little spiritual live stream, but I wanted to break that shit down. But you know what I'm saying? Man, I'll go a little longer. I was thinking of going a little quick. I'll probably go. I'll probably go a little longer. So I don't want to end it on that. I feel that feels lackluster. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna go a little longer. You know what I'm saying? So when you going through shit, you go through shit and you let shit happen. You know what I'm saying? Don't feel like you're in a sense of where you're going through shit because you want. Like, all right, for example, let's say, all right, so you're going. All right, when you go through something in your life. All right, I'm gonna put you on some game. When you're going through something in your life, we always think we go through something. We got script shit. We gotta go through, like, we got scripted. Like, we gotta write. For instance, we gotta write shit down. We gotta think about it hella extra hard. We gotta take essays about it. We got talk to people about it. We got no. See, like I said, when you just go through the experience, you never know how that experience will treat you. You never know how that shit will how that shit will treat you in the long run or in the short run. You never know how that shit will go. It's about you going through it. You know what I'm saying? You go through it. Now, you know, the best basis of where that's the most spiritual thing that you can ever do when you just go through something, because whether it be negative or positive, it wouldn't happen if you never went through it. So if you just go through it, you can see all the I want to use this word, but all the blessings or all the whatever you want to call it, all the synchronicities where you want to go through, you'll see all that shit play out instantly. And you should always write this shit down too. Or if you're like or a dream journal or whatever. Let's say you just you know so you just woke up, you want to write your dreams or whatever. You write that shit down. You always want to write that shit. You always want to write shit down that happens, that like the synchronicity part though, like synchronicity parts though, like if you like for example, if you had a dream and a certain dream played out, not this, not like the exact dream how it played out in your real life happened down there. I'm talking about the energies. If the That's why it's good to have a dream journal. If the energies played out the similar way that it played out in your dream, that's a little synchronicity that played out in your life that you should know that this is something that you had to go through, and you will never you've never have went through that if you didn't just experience it. You know what I'm saying? When you write shit down and think hard and ask people, talk to people about this shit and essays and shit like that, and go through this shit, you're not really going through the experience yourself. You're more of just you're playing like a role that you're not supposed. You're playing a role that's not you. You're not supposed to be playing. You're in the sense of where now you don't know if you're coming or going. You know what I'm saying? Now you're in the sense of where you don't know what the fuck you're doing. But if you just experience it, you'll see how this shit, the things will play. The energies will play out. The synchronicities play out the same way. And when you're in that state, you can go through manifest anything. You can go through anything. You never know how this shit can even play out. So it's kind of like when you go through that, it's like the energies become. It's like something's going on in the spiritual realm when the energies is playing out. Like it like not catastrophic, but more like harmonizing. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like it's you know what I'm saying in that sense. You know what I'm saying? Like so everything in life is spiritual. Everything in life you go through is a spiritual purpose to it. It's kind of the same. It's like kind of that sense. It's kind of that sense of where, you know, let's say you run upstairs. Like let's say you have something in your mind, and you run upstairs, and then you immediately forget about that thought you went upstairs for, and then you go back downstairs and you remember it. That's kind of like an energy of you when you're going through that sense of energy. It's kind of like your spirit is going through a certain algorithm, not algorithm, but certain wave of events. You know what I'm saying? Wave of events, and we go through that wave of events. It's certain shit that you're going through. You're accumulating the minerals, the substance, all that shit. The when you're going through that shit, it remembers it. It's like liquid solid. It's like liquids, no, gas, liquid, solid. So no liquid. I think you know what I'm talking. Liquid, gas, solid. So it's kind of like that liquid, gas, and solid is going through a sense of where you're doing something in the spiritual realm. So you're recuperating them thoughts and feelings that you came up with when you went back downstairs. Remember that thought. So now you're going through a sense of where now you're going back to that same energy, that same gas, fluid, liquid form you're going through, and it's playing out of where you're remembering that certain line of events, that train of thought, and you're in the same space of where you're accumulating them thoughts and feelings that made you come to the conclusion of why you went upstairs in the first place. Remember, oh, I want to get some water, or oh, I want to get some food, or oh, I want to get some, you know, so whatever you want to do, you remember it. You know what I'm saying? This shit happens a lot, and that's really spiritual. We all go through this every day in our lives. We all go through, not every day, but we all go through this a lot. We've all went through that in our lives. So when you understand what you're doing, it's like it's a spiritual thing. Everything starts as a spiritual in your life. So it's a thing that we all do as spirits, that we do. We forget that we do this, but we understand why it happens in our life. So it's a sense of where if you remember these things, you know what the fuck you're doing. It's in a sense, okay, so now you know, oh, now you know where your power is at. Your power is the mind. So when you use that shit, you know what the fuck you're using. You use that bitch. You know what the fuck you're doing. It's just a tool. You know what I'm saying? Don't get lost in it. Don't be like, oh, I don't know what the fuck is going on. This shit is, I don't know if this shit is oh no. No, you know what the fuck you're doing. So now you're in the sense of where if you know what the fuck you're doing, you're in the sense of where now you're accumulating these things beyond actual mind states. Your mind, whatever you're doing, it's like a thing that you, if you know how to actually spot it and know, okay, it's this, okay, boom, 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 boom. It's like your magic stick, your magic wand. You know, okay, I'm doing shit that's beyond this realm. It's just like you just you know what I'm saying? So it's like a thing we just do as spirits that we just boom, we pinpoint these things. I need to get some juice. Shit, not juice. My monster. Woo! You know, when you be talking shit like, oh, this and that, is like, yeah, shit like that. I got this. But you know what I'm saying? That's pretty much all I want to do. Break that shit down. You know what I'm saying? Break all that shit down. You know what I'm saying? Well, quick live stream and this motherfucker. And we out this one. Just first stop out. We out this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all. You know what I'm saying?